You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your weekly prediction edition for B&B. I've got 3 juicy predictions. One is about Douglas, Hope, and Thomas. One is about Sheila, Taylor, and Steffy and Finn. And one is about Brooke, Thomas, Hope, and Ridge. I'm going to dig into all these, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold updates. And just so you know, every single one of my predictions, every time I do one of these videos, they are always firmly rooted in existing official spoilers. I'm going to tell you my prediction, and I'm going to tell you what the spoilers are that inspired my prediction, because I'm not just pulling these randomly out of my backside, I promise. But I definitely want to hear your comments on these predictions, because maybe you saw the spoiler and you think something completely different, and that's great. Drop it in the comments. I love having a discussion with you guys, a back and forth. It's like friends sitting around talking about our favorite soaps over coffee. I appreciate your comments so much. And hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please reach down and do that so you don't miss any of our B&B updates. My first prediction is I think Douglas Forrester is going to get Hope to open up her heart to Thomas. Right now, she's opening her thighs, but I think she needs to open her heart or admit that her heart, it might already be opening up. So there are Tuesday and Thursday spoilers this week about Douglas. And then there are 2 undated spoilers that also have inspired this prediction. So on Tuesday, September 19th, it says that Douglas pleads with Hope Logan. And then on Thursday, the 21st, Douglas has a romantic surprise for his parents. Then there are 2 undated spoilers. One is that Thomas is touched by Douglas's wish that they are a united family, when they never have been. So it's not like, again, for the first time, and this has touched Thomas's heart. And then the other undated spoiler is that someone plays matchmaker. So to me, it sounds like Douglas has some kind of inkling that his mom's marriage to Liam is over, because he is going to convince her to come over to Thomas's house, or maybe she's dropping him off and he's trying to convince her to stay. We'll see. But the romantic surprise is a candlelit dinner overseen by their pint-sized son. So it seems to me like he is the matchmaker, hinted in spoilers, and maybe he's made them dinner. I don't know if he's old enough to be cooking. Maybe it's just PB&J with candles. Who knows? We'll see. I do not think that Thomas is going to be the only one touched by Douglas's wish for them to be together and Douglas's effort. I bet seeing Douglas so excited at the possibility of his parents being together at last is going to hit Hope right in the heart, and maybe it's going to open it up. So Hope keeps telling Thomas this is just physical, she keeps saying, but I don't see that. I really don't. I do think that she's a little gun shy because of the divorce, and because to me, what Liam did to her that last day at the cabin when he was dredging up all the past mistakes that Thomas has made, I think he was intending to hurt her and was intending to make her cry. Thomas is changed. He has gone through serious therapy. He had brain surgery, for gosh sakes. And Liam trusted Thomas enough after that brain surgery to ask him to take care of Hope and the kids when he thought he was going away to prison for years. And by the way, Liam would still be sitting with his waffle butt in prison if Thomas had not come forward with the information that Vinny had set that up and basically had committed suicide by jumping in front of the car that Liam was driving. Liam needs to be grateful to Thomas, all right? Yes, Thomas did keep the lie going about baby Beth, but Thomas was a different person then, and I think people deserve other chances, especially when they've put in the work. And aside from that Brooke CPS thing, and which, by the way, he did fake the call, which was very devious. But if you remember, Brooke actually threatened to call CPS on Thomas because he was using a small paring knife to cut up an apple for his kid to eat. I mean, that's crazy. So had Brooke not ever said that bizarre nastiness, I don't think Thomas would have even done that. So I I blame Brooke for that whole thing. I think she kind of asked for it, but I do think he really regretted it. And really, since then, he's not shown any signs of obsession and trickery. He's not trying to gaslight her into anything. So, at any rate, I completely digressed. So this thing with Hope, I don't think it's just physical. I think her heart is in it, but I don't think she wants to admit it. I do not see this as a Stella getting her groove back thing. I think that Liam and Brooke lecturing her have her doubting and denying and suppressing what is in her heart, but Douglas could be the one to get her to open up. So that's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think. My second prediction is that Sheila is going to try and destroy Steffy and Finn's marriage, but Taylor is going to try and save them. So, spoilers from the new weekly promo, which I didn't actually cover here in a video because it was kind of more just rehash of Eric versus Ridge, that same vibe. And it just all felt like repeat stuff we've seen. So I was just like, nothing new here. Nothing new here. So, but also from the official CBS soap roster, there are spoilers that are relevant to this. So in the promo, Sheila is looking at a photo of Finn on her phone and she says, "I will be in my son's life." Meanwhile, in the same promo, Lee Finnegan is telling her son Finn, "If you don't cut Sheila out of your life, you will lose Steffy and your kids forever." And he asks what Lee is suggesting, and she says, "You have to take matters into your own hands." I think Lee wants the woman dead, and I think she wants Finn to do it. Lee was willing to let her die at the hospital when she was flatlining, and I think she's a little annoyed that Finn revived her. So it was made pretty clear from an episode a couple of weeks ago that Sheila wants Steffy to break Finn's heart so that Steffy will be out of the way and it'll clear the path for Sheila to be with Finn, and she'll be there to pick up the pieces of his broken heart. This is what the plot that's unraveling in Sheila's crazy brain. I think there's just like a really sick, demented hamster on a wheel up there, just turning that wheel, and it's kind of a squeaky sideways wheel. It's not a good look. Sheila's bat crap crazy. So someone else could be in Sheila's way, though, of this plot, aside from Lee, and I think that is Taylor. Taylor Hayes is back for 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes of September the 27th, 28th, 29th, and official spoilers say that Finn leans on Taylor. So Taylor has been over with Steffy in Europe, so maybe she's back to check in. Maybe she's there to pick up some stuff for the kids. Who knows? But I think she's going to have some advice for Finn. The quickest way for Sheila to break up Steffy and Finn is to use Liam in some way. Not by working with him. I do not think he would ever work with her. I don't think he'd ever team up with her, even if he thought he'd get Steffy in the end. But that doesn't mean that Sheila cannot conspire using him, all right, and using him as on the sly somehow, even without his knowledge, to break them up. But I think that Taylor is going to try her best to keep them together. Taylor knows how awful it is to be with a waffle boy. She knows it personally. She had it go on for decades. And I don't think Taylor wants that for Steffy, which is in stark contrast to Brooke, who seems to distinctly want that for Hope. So boo on the waffle boys. All right. Our third prediction is about Brooke, Thomas, Hope, and Ridge in the mix. I'm going to dig into that for you in 1 second. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our bold updates, and click a like if you're enjoying this prediction edition. And I definitely want your comments. So let's dig into this last one. I think Brooke is going to make demands and ultimatums, and I think Thomas, Ridge, and Hope are not going to like it. Official spoilers for this week have Brooke furious when she comes into the design office and it's clear what Hope and Thomas have been doing. In the spoiler photos, Brooke is right there and Hope is in her black slip and she is holding the couture gown that she was trying on. I think she is going to say, "Oh, the door was locked because I was trying on the dress." I think Brooke's going to pound on the door. They're going to have to let her in. And then, So in the spoiler photo, Brooke's arms are crossed. She's in confrontational kind of bitch mode posture, pardon my French. And Thomas just looks like he wishes the floor would open up and this whole ordeal would be over and he's back naked with Hope. And just from the posture and the look on her face, it looks like Hope is explaining herself. But if you remember, it was like a week or two ago, I think in the neighborhood of 2 weeks ago, because I think last week was consumed mostly with a line. But I remember Ridge telling Brooke, basically, leave Hope alone. She's a grown woman. She can do what she wants. And, let her live her life, even though Ridge knows that Hope is into Thomas and that they have been doing, that Thomas and Hope are into each other and that they were doing the deed. I think he just wants Brooke to butt out. Brooke didn't say anything. She didn't raise any objections. She just kind of nodded, but there's no way she is ever going to let this go. So I'm guessing she is going to go off on Hope again, tell her that she belongs with Liam. Liam is her destiny. Liam is the love of her life. Brooke is telling Hope things that Hope gets to decide for herself. You don't get to tell somebody else that so-and-so is the love of your life. You decide who's the love of your life, right? You decide who you want to be with as a whole grown woman, and Brooke needs to just butt the heck out. So I think she is going to make a scene, sing that same old song ad nauseum that she has been about Thomas being the devil. Hope's just going through a bad boy phase, blah, blah, blah. I think Thomas, Hope, and Ridge are all going to wind up irritated with Brooke's attitude, ultimatum, and interference. But let me know what you think. Hey, even if you disagree with my prediction, that's fine. Drop your comments because I love to have a conversation with you guys. I read all your comments. I reply where I have time to, but I definitely read every single comment. So I'm definitely looking forward to your feedback on this prediction edition. So let me know what you think and come back soon for more Bold and Beautiful spoilers and news. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.